So, in those same lines, which genres do you primarily work with, and then where are you trying to go with the future genres?
So I don't know if this is coincidence or it's just where I track to, but the first 3 artists we signed are all R&B artists. Money Long's R&B, Amari Noel's R&B, and now we signed Manny Wells, who is Afrobeats, but it's Afrobeats R&B. And so I don't know if that's coincidence or just what I track to, but R&B is the primary space right now because those were the first 3 acts, but we're totally open to signing rappers. I do lean heavy towards Afrobeats right now. I just feel like that's the future. You know, first of all, hip hop is 40 years old. Like, that's nothing. You know what I mean? That's only been 40 years and it's the most dominant genre right now. But of course, before hip hop, there was another dominant genre. And I believe after hip hop, there'll be another dominant genre. And my money's going on Afrobeats.
I agree. I think Afrobeats has definitely a direction because Spotify hasn't really tapped into those markets yet. Boom Plays is a lot bigger than Spotify in certain markets. However, I think if there's going to be one that I could possibly pick above it, it might be Latino. Like the Latino market is absolutely insane.
It's huge.
When you look on the stats of the top 5 listeners for artists, Brazil's literally always like one of the places. But
also, you recognize that Spotify has already taken over those spaces.
Yes, they have.
You know what I mean? And so that's why
they have the market cornered. So I still think it has more room because it hasn't infiltrated. Like I don't see the Latin artists have a bunch of plays elsewhere, right? So whenever they do tap into the other markets, there's still room for growth for the Latin genre. But I agree. I think Afrobeats, and we recently, so our signing is a little different, as people know, but what we are doing is signing songs versus signing artists. So we just, we've had the promotion agency for coming up on 9 years now, or 8 years. But instead of signing the artist, what we'll do is take a single and just take a heavier percentage in that single. And then, like you said, you have like a short-term deal. It's it's the same idea, just executed differently. So we'll take a heavier percentage in that single. And then like if they want to come out with the next single, they can keep all the equity in that one. And then maybe if they come out with the next one, they say, hey, you guys want this one? We'll sign that one. So it's like a la carte a little bit. But we have been hearing more and more Afrobeats. Afrobeats, because
I don't want to knock Latino. It's huge, but obviously I'm probably biased because I'm Black, but I don't listen to those songs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so, but when Afrobeats come on, I'm like, ooh, I like this. And so I just feel like, this is only an opinion, I just feel like more people will connect to Afrobeats than Latino. Like, there's more space to grow outside of their personal field is what I'm trying to say. And then number one, Afrobeats is English. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the point I was going to
You know what I mean? Afrobeats is English. And so I don't even know if this is true, but I feel like more people speak English.
No, they do.
You know what I mean?
English is a base language, kind of like right now, the United States dollar is a base currency.
Yeah, and so I feel like more people will be able to connect to Afrobeats. It's just so good, man. It's so good.
It's great. It's great stuff, man. Look, we're on. So we, from the beginning, we have never had like a focus genre. Ours is obviously we only promote clean music with us, but other than that, we pretty much get a equal amount of every genre across the board. So now that can be, you can look at that as a pro or con. I think sometimes when people do focus on one genre, they're able to like hyper focus on it, and they can build their list and their channels faster that way.
Right.
So that is one pro that I do see that a lot of labels doing. And another note, while I'm on this subject, I do see more indie labels, to your point earlier, signing a lot of these acts. They might just sign them for the songs versus signing for your entire catalog, like you were saying. But they are beating the major labels at the playlist game. To as much as you can beat them. There are some dirty tactics that I don't think I've gotten into too much on the show, but definitely the only thing that I don't necessarily like about like the model of the streaming business is you're building in a way you're kind of building your platform on their platform,
right?
Because we have like if they're the ones paying the streaming amount, you have to build your list on Spotify. So I have to pay for this ad spend to go towards building a following on Spotify or Instagram or wherever.
Right.
And throughout the past couple of years, they have shown themselves to be corrupt in at least a fair percentage of instances where they shouldn't be corrupt. So that's the only thing I protect against is sending that traffic to your own website. So that at least if they pull something, then you can have an email list of guys, this happened. At least your core fans will stand behind you. Yeah. Because not everybody's going to be as big as Taylor Swift, right? Or like one of these huge artists that if she says something, those people are doing it. Like, they are. In fact, the deal, we talked about artists not getting their share whenever a record label sells to another record label. She was actually able to negotiate a deal, her second deal, that, okay, when you guys sell, you're giving a percentage to the rest of these artists because this is crazy.
Right.
So once you get that standing, like once all of us band together, all of us indies band together and we say, no, like we're not doing this stuff anymore, that's when real change can happen. I always just caution against giving too much control to Spotify or Apple Music and so on and so forth. It's like a necessary evil.